Yo,
Yo,
tune in.
free game.
Man, listen.
We coming.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? We know y'all watching the BET Awards. That's what we up against.
Yeah, wasting y'all time, man. We got some free games for y'all, man. Let's get this work, man.
What's up, Leslie? We'll tell y'all this. We appreciate everybody who been liking our posts for the past
About 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Sharing it, liking it, saying thank you. I've been going through this. I've been getting inboxes. So, for y'all, we got a podcast coming soon. More on that. Med,
Why you mad, my
what's
guy?
up, Med?
How you mad?
Hold
man?
on, I'm finna bring you on. You want that smoke from Med?
Yeah, man. Come on in.
Come on in, Med. We trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, man. You know we always got.
I'm trying to add you, my guy.
What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Man, I'm supposed to be there, man. What's going
Turn
on
your
with you guys?
volume up.
Hold on,
I
let me
can't
turn
hear
you
you.
up. You can hear me now?
Nah.
A little bit.
What about now?
Child.
What about now?
What's
Do
up, dude?
something.
What's up, dudes?
They don't know.
You can hear me
man.
now?
Be quiet, child. They don't know what's going on.
Slide this out. Man,
You can hear me now?
yo, we can hear you.
What
What's
y'all
up?
boys got
Say
going
something.
on? You can hear me now?
Yeah.
I know they ain't starting
I
a
got the
whole
bill in
line
here.
without me. Nah, man, it's good to see y'all starting some positive though, man. For real, I'm all for it. I wish I could be
Man,
sitting
we
down there
just
with
trying to
y'all,
make
but
something
there you go.
happen, man. You feel me?
We need, on the real, we need people like you, the masses.
Yeah,
Because
big
we heard the
facts.
free game, and we were listening to what you gave, what it was, a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
That was heavy.
Yeah.
That was heavy, man.
Yeah,
Keep
man. I'm
speaking,
trying
you know. We're going to add people on. We're going to give people opportunities to come on here and lift their voice.
I'm
It's
all
really
for that,
about the
man. You
youth,
know.
though. We're really trying to reach the youth. We got to save these young black men, these women, for what's
Yeah,
going on out
man.
here.
That's what I've been saying from day one, man. It's enough. It's enough of that. I mean, it's enough of the same old. You know, trying to show these jits is mind over matter, man. Put their life in a book and take it out that pistol, man. Like it's all about that knowledge. These kids nowadays, they don't know nothing about knowledge. They don't want to know neither though. You feel me? They don't want to know nothing about no book. Anything that got something to do with the book, they don't want no part of it.
It really is about, leading by example.
Right,
Trying to show. They got to see you doing something.
Especially when
right.
somebody got an influence like you got, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they might not be talking, but they be looking, you know what I mean? So you definitely got a voice, man. So, you always need to try to share that, man. You dropped some jewels the last time you dropped that post, and I was feeling
Most,
that. So you know what it is.
most definitely, man. Like, it's crazy y'all doing it. I was just saying that, like, how as an older dude, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's our obligation, like, to show these kids a better way. But a lot of the times, a lot of the older cats don't want to do that because they selfish. It's all about them. You want the spotlight and like. But I remember when I was growing up, like I would be a hypocrite not to give back to these jits because that would save me. Listening to people like you when I was young, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care nothing about the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? If another child can better off my mistakes, that's what you're supposed to do. We got to take back our communities. We got to take back our household. We got to start being men again, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was just telling
Yeah, so
somebody, you know what I
we
mean?
going to
Like,
reach these adults, too. We're going to get on some serious topics, some
yeah, and you got to run
controversial
with your feelings
topics.
too.
Very controversial. I like that controversy.
Probably going to ruffle some feathers.
But you need to. That's the only way you get. That's the only way you get order. You can't have no order without, you know what I'm saying, without no constructive criticism and chaos. It ain't no way possible. It ain't about being nice. It's about being real. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurt. It hurt, but it better you too. I'd rather, that's how we was raised though, man. And they need it now more than we ever needed. Because they in an era where they don't even know what basic fundamentals is no more. They know what I'm saying, they live by the internet. We didn't have the internet. Thank God we didn't. You had to actually see somebody do it. Somebody had to show you. Nowadays, they can pick up a phone and see anything. You know what I mean? They ain't ready to see already at a young age. I was just telling my partner that, like, we was younger, like, we had guidelines. These kids don't have guidelines. They can pick up a phone. A 6-year-old can get an iPhone to watch anything in the world. That's scary to me, bro. That's the real scary. You feel me? Like,
that's the
they can see
exposure.
anything.
But yeah, they getting
That's
a lot
crazy,
of exposure.
man.
That's where they're learning a lot of
Bad habits.
Me and Lasan was talking about the internet yesterday. You know how it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, it's you know what I mean. Like when we was growing up, like I just told my partner probably about 15 minutes ago. I was like, remember we was growing up? You had like the TV guide. You had certain like TV shows then you only had certain network you could watch. Like you know what I mean, certain stuff you couldn't see. You know what I mean, like certain stuff you just didn't see as a kid. Like we was growing up, you didn't see that stuff. When you got older, okay, you might have branched out and then like learn what it was. But back then, neighborhoods wouldn't let kids see stuff that you know that was before your time for you to see, because they know it'll ruin you.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? These kids like it
Everything
look like they
phone.
more bad. Exactly, and it make kids. The iPad, the iPhone. I told people like if you ain't hands on with your kids, and this generation, like my son's 6, by the time them kids get grown, the stuff that's devilish and wrong, they gonna see it so much that if you don't actually teach them these skills and these characteristics, they gonna see it so much they gonna think it's right, even if you tell them it's wrong. Like that's scary to me, man. Like you got to be more hands on now more than ever. These kids are like, and it's not like they don't have the potential to be great. It's that they're not being led by being great. You know what I mean? Half of them they don't even know, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. That internet is. Man, the internet is something else, man. Like, I ain't know it was that bad till I got, you start paying attention to it. Like, they are really brainwashing our children, man. And we as fathers, it's our responsibility first. Not saying the mothers don't matter, but as men, we got to start being men again, bro. We do. That's where it started at. You can't expect no woman to lead if you don't know what I'm saying, she don't know what to follow. That's the main problem, and a lot of black men don't want to admit that. I'm not saying we got some good ones out here, we do. But as a whole, we got to take responsibility for our faults. And then, like, you know what I mean? Then we got to start somewhere. The pointing the finger ain't going to get us nowhere. That's all we doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all we been doing. Women ain't this, men ain't this. But I'm like, nowhere in life does the man follow the woman. Nowhere. From animal kingdom to nothing. It start with the head of the household. So if you ain't doing your job right, everything else going to fall apart.
Right.
Right.
So this is a good idea, man. I'm ready to see how this go. Most love. I'm ready to see how this go, man.
We appreciate you, Ken. But yeah, we're gonna try to reach the masses. Like I said, we're gonna talk about some
heavy topics, and like you said, when it comes to like heads and all that, and we don't be standing on our square. A lot of times when we think about it, like we wait till the baby born to be the dad. You gotta be there before that. And a lot of us really ain't grew up in the atmosphere that daddy was present. So we had to learn how to be daddies on the fly. You know what I'm saying? And so we made a lot of mistakes, but people like us that learning it on the fly, we have to turn around and give back to the ones that's come behind us that's feeling, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's what we're supposed to do.
A lot of these adults, man, they hard. Everybody got their own, you know what I mean, understanding on when it come to reaching teaching. You feel me? So
right.
We can't really. Everybody ain't. It's just like when you talk about anything else. Everybody ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a big fact.
Yeah, sitting back watching looking at cats that I knew that grew up with fathers in their home and ones that didn't have fathers in their home, that I see that's really, you know, striving to be great fathers. I see a lot of black men really stepping up to the plate, but you know, the system really been messing up, and it's affecting the mental and the psyche of men. You know what I'm saying? So messing with we got to get like, you know, they got sister circles and all that in the world. we got to start embracing some of these men that's out here really trying. A lot of men get towed up, and
Yep.
cause it's hard, man, and there's a lot of factors that come into play when you start talking about men trying to. The system wasn't never designed for us, so the system ain't really failing us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We have to really pay attention to that, and then we understand how we supposed to move out here. Like
Right.
we grew up watching back in the day, like our grandparents, like we used to say our grandparents, like they relationship lasted longer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nowadays, like it ain't like that no more. Things is changing. Like the whole dynamic has changed. So now we have to figure out how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? We got to take care
Right.
of these babies, man. We got to take care of these ladies as well. So
Exactly. I totally agree.
Just think
and we
about
don't gonna fail.
it's somewhere in this world you go to Orly West, you go to Hudson Docket. It's a kid in a household without a father. No disrespect.
Yep.
Mother probably on Section 8, barely got a job, barely making ends meet. That kid, he gonna look to the streets. He gonna watch what these dudes in the streets doing. He gonna say,
All these
Mama ain't
rappers.
got it.
Yep.
He gonna say, Mama ain't got it. So I'm gonna go try to get me this bag or something, and I'm gonna try to flip this because right now this kid feel like this is the only way, and that's how the cycle continues. You get with a girl, he get her pregnant, but he in the street. So like Tim just said, he can't be a father before the baby get here because he chasing that quick flip. He chasing that hustle. Now he chasing that hustle. Now he in the system. He in the system because he got caught with something.
yeah.
So now he in and out. Now guess what happened? Is another child that came into this world without the father because this father in jail. So the mama's still struggling, and then you know what I'm saying, that cycle repeats itself.
Again,
and that's what it do. It's
That's what it, you know what I'm saying. That's what's going on. So
it's the wash and rinse. Yep, it happened. It's the domino effect, and we still ain't caught
happening
on
every day. You know what I'm saying? It's happening all the time.
The crazy thing, man, is it used to be an attack on the black man, then it became an attack on the black woman. Now it's an attack on the black family. See, they trying to keep that family separated because the best thing that we can have is family. And that's why Baba Dick Gregory said that we don't live in communities no more. We now live in neighborhoods. And he said the reason why he said that we don't live in communities because communities was when you can go to your neighbor house and get some sugar or get some bread. Nowadays, you don't even know who your neighbor is. You know what I'm saying? So the game done changed and we ain't got the same sting like we used to have it. You feel me? So we got to find that again, man. We should go to the neighbor house and borrow some food stamps and not hear it from the people down the street because ain't nobody talking about that. But nowadays,
we don't trust each other.
Trust is
we looking over our shoulder because we feel like this. My neighbor, it say love our neighbor, but you might feel like your neighbor trying to jug you, break in your house, take your goods. You know what I'm saying? All doors locked. Now you gotta look at it. Now we got cameras on our houses. You know, you got
ain't no trust no more.
I remember growing up. You used to leave your door unlocked. We were growing up.
I sat on Mary Street. All that whole end line there was my kinfolks. Like I used to go to the neighbor house and get a pie, or I can go to the people's house on the end of the street, and I can always go. I ain't never starved in that neighborhood because everybody was family. I can go spend the night across the street, or I can go next door. But now, where I live, I moved out the hood because I didn't want my children to experience what I was experiencing in the hood, and that ain't no good thing. But my thing was, I had all those girls, and I couldn't bear the thought of raising them up in the same hood, around the same cats that was doing what I was doing. You understand? So I moved them out the hood, but they still, you know, experienced the neighborhood. They still came back. You know what I'm saying? So it was a gift and a curse with me moving out too. And before I bought my house out there, I was looking for houses in the hood. So, but I couldn't get none that I wanted or would suffice for my children. So
let me ask y'all something. let me ask y'all a question. What do these kids have to do in their living situation, like the circumstances? Let's say you could take Hudson Docker or Orly West, for instance. I remember when I was in Hudson Docker, we used to play football on the field. They turned that to a parking lot. They knocked down the 2 courts where we played ball at. They built a rec center, but they built a rec center, but it's so expensive nowadays. You know, when we play ball coming up, it only costs us $2 to go to Pineville for membership.
And see, the crazy thing about that, to fetch back on what Toddy just said, back then we had coaches that could relate to the children. They took all the coaches out, started doing background checks on some people that was volunteering. Why would you do a background check on a volunteer? Now I can understand that the volunteer
was getting paid,
a sexual predator or something like that. But most of the cats in the hood was coaching these children. They all had backgrounds, but they had the children's best interests at heart. They was out there volunteering their time, community service, right? Trying to give back to the children, and they took that out. They saying if you got anything on your background, you can't coach no more. So now they took all the people that were able to relate to these boys in Orly West and Ponderosa and Hudson Docket and West Street and everybody that's all over out Austin. Now you got college students coming in our community who don't have no relationship with or no kind of relational ties with these children. When they go home at night, now that's who coaching our children up. So explain to me, well, I mean, I think I might have an answer for that. But the fact was too many of our children was excelling. And now we got other people coaching our children because the people that was in the hood couldn't coach our children. So the whole system was never designed for us to have no family, no kind of community. And when he said that we live in a neighborhood and not a community, because a hood is something that you pull over your head. And if you got a hood pulled over your head, you can't see. And now you got these children that's walking around in 108 degrees weather with hoods on their head. So now we lost out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we falling short at right there. We got to find a way to bridge that gap, man.
We got to find a way to save them. Then financially, my boss, man, he coached the youth football and basketball. And he get players from, you know, the same projects. But financially, if a mother got 2 or 3 boys or a couple of kids, she can't afford to put both of her sons on a football team or a basketball team.
That costs, that's
we got to get out there and try to, you know, see what we could do for these kids and, you know, help these young men out so they won't, you know, fall victim to the streets.
Yeah.
Eventually, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and another thing, I feel like, I agree with everything you're saying. And also, we got to teach these kids that a lot of these kids don't really know who they are. Like, they know their name, but they don't know who they are, like, inside. Like, everything you need to succeed in life is in you. You know, but these kids, they ain't being taught that. They don't know that. That's why a lot of these kids, when we was growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing I can't say, like, me coming from West Street and coming from nothing, even people that sold drugs, this, that, and the third, it wasn't a facade. You know what I'm saying? But them the same people that stayed in my business all the time. Like, let me see your report card. I want to see you on this corner, this, that, and the third. And when I was a kid, I used to wonder, like, why do you care about my business so much? You know, but then when I got older, I realized, you know what I'm saying, like, he see me through everything that he couldn't do. Like, the mistakes he done already made, it might be too late for him when he's 21, but I'm 8. You know what I'm saying? But he in my business. But, like, they was guiding me and showing me, like, this ain't what you do. So even the people that did wrong, you know what I'm saying, who was growing up, like you were saying, like how the neighborhood, everybody get chastised. You couldn't do no wrong in your neighbor's side, you still get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way they got the system set up, it is for us to fall apart. Because the whole goal is to get these children, because they the future. So if you brainwash these kids, that's a whole nother 20, 30, 40 years you already got in the making. And that's what they're doing right now. And if you think about it, majority of kids,
what's up?
It's like they getting more, they getting softer. I don't mean like in a bad way, but like like the one that's raised by single mothers, and don't take this the wrong way. You know, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, if you had a father or a real male figure in your life, a child or somebody you grew up with that had no father, certain male stuff you can see where they didn't have no father. Now, a woman may not be able to see that, but you can see that. Like, it's just certain, and a lot of these kids don't have that. So single mother doing the best they can, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have no, they don't, like, they got to try to figure out what it's like to be a man. I can honestly say that, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, even I was on welfare my whole life, I had my father. Now, when I was younger, I used to think my dad was the meanest person in the world because he had principles. Like, I thought my dad was just like G.I. Joe mean. Till I got like, principles is what matters.
That's
you know
the
what
thing.
I'm saying?
Like, we have to applaud the efforts of the women that made that move. Like, and because they could have easily gave the children up too, but it ain't in them.
Oh, he went off. Chill Will inbox. Chill Will inbox. Thanks, Mitt. That's what I'm finna do. Hold that.
Trey, send a request in, man, so we can pull you in.
Bluetooth pairing.
Man, I'm trying to get you back. Hold on 1 second. See if you go to Bluetooth.
Hold on, man.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. Hey, you can hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, we can hear you real good.
Yeah, man, I was driving. But like, man, I agree. I love the platform, man. I've been saying we need to do stuff like this.
Yeah, we got to find a way to get it together, man, so we can really do something. And there's a lot of men out here that want to help, you know what I mean? So we ain't gonna discount the fact that it's a lot of dudes out here that do a lot of stuff for children, especially like at the gym that I go to at Fit Fighter. Them need to do a lot for the children. I see them Fusco boy, they move around with a lot of people, children, and help out a lot. I see a lot of organizations, man, that I've been hearing about the Kings, or the New Kings. I heard they do a lot of good things in the community behind the scenes. But my thing is now it's time for like all these organizations, man, and people that's trying to do something. I know Don't with the Titans and Clint with the Wolves over there. They do a lot of stuff, to get them children on that football field. They help out a lot. So all the organization, man, we gotta drop the ego. We gotta put the egos aside and
come together, basically.
Really try to come together.
Because the only way we gonna accomplish something is the masses. Is the more the merrier.
Yeah,
it's gonna take.
I agree, and that's why I say we gotta weave out like the solid from the one that's not solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna build a foundation, it gotta be solid, brick to brick. You know what I mean? Like, inside and out. So I totally agree. Cause at the end of the day, it ain't even about just my child or your child. Like, your child a part of the same future my child a part of.
That's right. It's a community.
Yeah. And that's how we were raised.
Send a hold on. Let me try.
We were raised with a community, man, and we were raised in an era where the neighbors can whoop your children. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Nowadays, if your neighbor whoop your child, you might go over there with that pistol. And you know what I'm saying? So it ain't no.
And these children don't know they play.
Right.
But the problem is you're not teaching them to know they play.
Devil, where you at? Hold on, man.
Send another invite.
Send an invite, bro. Yeah, I did. I ain't see his name.
Oh. You ain't in there, Trey. You gotta try it again, man.
To my how did he join?
Calm down, man. We coming, man.
Hey, send another request, Devil.
Yeah, man, you made some valid points though. Like I said the other day when you did that live, man, you really was I like my boy on one today, man. So
Yeah, man, I'm always trying to help the kids, man. Like, cause I just see the bigger picture. You know what I mean? And like how we was somebody's future, they our future. They're the same kids that we gotta rely on when we get old. They're the same future.
That's E.
that's a good point. I don't know
Good.
how to say that name like that.
He said, hold on, Trey. Yeah, there. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. I just sent you one.
Peace, Silence. I see you, my guy.
Peace, King. Silence Fusco. I just sent you one, Devil. I don't know what he doing wrong. But yeah, we just wanted to tap in, kick this thing off.
I'm all for it, man. Anything you need.
We gonna start it. We welcome anybody who's trying to help. Like,
right.
Me and Tim were just on Facebook.
Dropping them little jewels.
I
remember Akbar used to drop them little jewels, man. I ain't seen my guy in a while.
Yeah, he been working, but
yeah, he used to drop the heavy on there. We just, we got a lot of. Somebody in the comments was saying that it ain't all about sports, and I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? The thing about it is we got to get in the front with it. You know what I mean? Everybody know me. Know I ain't all about sports either. I'm an avid reader. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of stuff.
And that's what we got to teach. That's what I was just saying. These kids, they run from books.
Yeah,
they pick up gun, but they run from a book. Yeah. Even with the sports, like I feel like that need to be structured better. Like we was growing up, I remember like a lot of people might not know this, but bro, like I couldn't even play sports if I didn't make honor roll. I was an honor roll student my whole life. If I made an F, I wasn't playing no like. You gotta make these kids. You gotta teach them principle early, even when they're playing sport. That's the privilege. You're supposed to earn that. But most of these kids that got just single mama, they can make all kind of grades and they pass them through. You know what I mean? No matter how good, it's not even about how good the athlete is. You know what I mean? But
mama, that's on the coaches. That ain't, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And the coaches to make us have good grades.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's probably like a lot of time when you have them coaches, they be wanting that athlete so bad that they'll do whatever it takes to get you on that field, man. They don't really be it don't be them moms all the time. Like I feel like they don't send their child out to fail, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody ain't holding their foot to the fire once they get to the school, then like it's like, just cause I'm good at it, I can always,
get by.
Yeah. So it's a lot, man. Like it's a whole lot of stuff that we could talk about on that subject, and we can go on for days about that. Yep. But the underlying issue is men ain't got no unity. Black families ain't got no unity, and we're gonna have to connect at some point in time, and try to get something else. Get something else going. You feel me?
I totally agree. Like this is a great start.
We need them soldiers like you, man. I always, keep my eyes on you. You already know that.
Oh yeah, man. You know, like I
Yeah,
respect you.
so
What's good,
You
Ahmed?
never told me nothing wrong. What's
What's
going
good,
on,
Ty?
bro?
What's up, E?
Yo, but what I was saying was like, yo, just in a whole, it's a whole lot of gang banging in the little city, my man.
Yeah.
Like, in order for something to change,
You
like,
still echoing?
it's a whole lot of Crip blood nonsense going on. We're gonna stand on. So we gotta stand on all principles.
Yep.
Like if we see everybody still beefing on some other shit when you 35 and 40, like them the ones we gotta really touch out to, because that's what's killing the youth. They looking at the old heads and they doing what they see. It's just recycle. It's just recycle. You know what I'm saying? So if we as men gonna stand on something,
what's
we
up,
gotta really
Hank?
stand on that. Like it ain't, we ain't standing on those principles we really stood on, like as God bodies. Like, you know what I'm saying? We on some other shit. Like we teaching the youth, like, yo, go buy this chain, rob this nigga, do this, do that. Like instead of teaching them, like, yo, open this book, man. Really open your mind to learn some other shit. Like the knowledge is key. You know what I'm saying? Everything else gonna fall in place once we use that. You know what I mean? But that's all I really wanted to say, like on some other, like that's what it's really about right now. Like if we don't have the knowledge, how we gonna teach our youth?
Fact.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
that's what I'm on. Like, now I mean, I travel the world. Like, I'm in Texas today, but I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio tomorrow. But I represent Carew, Colors Active and Revolutionary Unity. I'm in hoods across the world every day dropping shirts up just for the hell of it. I just fed some young kids. I took them to a place called Cover 2 over here just to do it. Like, now I mean, on some other, like, I don't do it for the fame and the glory, but I was in them trenches from Connecticut all the way to Valdosta. So, like, I was raised on the west side. I'm a high tower baby. But I grew up watching older heads like Ty. I don't know if y'all know Ty, Montanez, and all of them, but
Yeah, we know.
they stuck together, but they was beefing with the East Side. I rode my bike to the East Side. I was cool with them boys, but at the end of the day, like we weren't really on the East Side like that. We was on the West Side. We was West Side babies. So I watched my older heads. So now that we the older heads, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta show them something different. Like we gotta change the dimension of what people saying right now.
Yeah, that's what Sides was saying. It's a lack of leadership. He said, you can't blame the cycle. But it's like,
true.
but it goes by who's leading.
And that's what I was just saying.
Like he just said, it's negative and positive leaders.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Like you said,
you gotta read about the faith.
You watch your old head lead you to, to a certain path. You thought that was a way at the time when you was young.
Until you get older and realize it was fool. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was just saying. Like I made a post last week saying like if y'all just knew that your OG your big homie was really a so when you're a kid, when you're a teenager, it's easily impressed. You know how many dudes I grew up watching I thought was somebody till I became old enough like and realized they were struggling the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you can't like we gotta unite. But as adults, when you see these niggas not doing what they supposed to do, and we all fall short sometimes. Don't get me wrong. But when you see a nigga like not taking care of his kid, you keep and you don't check him or condone that, you can't let no man raise their kid. But we gotta stop praising these niggas in these neighborhoods and these girls run after these niggas that's really not like alpha male. We gotta quit giving him respect because he got a bag. Or he used to be gay, or he sell dope. Like when I was growing up, real dope dealers like they're the ones that told my OG to me was somebody who kept me out of trouble. Them was the ones who paid little people rent, stuff like that. Like they did it because they had to, and they were trying to find another way. Not because they thought it was cool.
Hold on,
you know what I'm saying? We can't keep holding like the ones that's in the way, and we gotta start calling each other out when we still doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got all this money, but you ain't taking care of none of your kids.
Hold on, let me respond to this comment. Yeah. Somebody said we need to educate single women. I I don't think the education is the problem when it comes to the single woman. I think it's the toll. I think it's more so the toll on a single woman raising, you know,
kids. She shouldn't have to be no. She
boy.
shouldn't have to be no single parent. Like we gotta start being male first. Like people always talk about the woman, but the woman follow the man. You can't like how many women you know, how many dudes you know right now that take care of their kids? You got more men not take care of their kids than, you know what I'm saying, than it are. So you can't expect a woman to know how to follow when we ain't even leading right. That's just fact. It start with us. I'm not saying we the total blame, but we the head of the household. Majority of these kids that's born from 2000 and up, they single parent kids. Half them fathers ain't there.
Yeah, they ain't dead in the penitentiary.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so, like, we can't keep saying, well, the woman need to do better. You know how hard that is. Just, you know what I mean? Just a man hard is leaving a woman to do a man's job. A woman can't raise no boy to be no man. She doing the best she can, like, but she can only be in that position.
Right.
Whether y'all made it as a couple or you didn't. Nigga, man up and do your job. But these the same niggas we'll praise. He a street nigga. He a gangster. Like, if you don't take care of your seed, I can't respect that. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started there.
But you gotta think about it, just like when y'all was talking about the books, how the kids run away from the books. I was a dude in high school who had all the books. I got laughed at.
Yep.
So you gotta think about it, you know, from when we was coming up, it wasn't cool to be the nerd. And some of these women to tell you in high school, they wanted the thug.
Right.
I hate to say it, but that's what they went after, the thug. So the dude that was doing his homework and he had the books, he wasn't getting no women, so it wasn't never popular. I guess it wasn't never popular for you to be smart, to be educated.
And I agree, it probably never will. But like at the end of the day, like I feel like if you thugging I'm not gonna say the right way, but like
man,
I feel like ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd. Like, bro, you know how many people didn't know I was a nerd. But like, at the end of the day, it's nothing wrong with being intelligent because that's what you're supposed to do.
But you got people like me and you, man, we embraced it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I embraced it. And I accepted it. But people don't embrace who they are, so they try to impress the next person.
Exactly.
So they scared to, you know what I'm saying? Some people scared to be who they are and say what they is.
And that's what I just said. That's why I said we got to get back to teaching these kids to know who they are. They happen to know who they really are. You can tell they don't know who they are because they follow everything they see. You know what I mean? Like, I agree. I totally agree.
I embraced it. You know, I embraced who I was and still embrace who I was. But if you good in your own skin and you happy who you is, a lot of the dudes on with now, they was way more popular than me in high school. They played football.
Hey, Silence, send a request, man.
Yeah, come on here. Hold on. Still, they say he gotta
you gotta update your phone or something, Trey.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't prove him several times. Hold on, let me see if I can get Silence on here. There you go.
Trey, they saying you gotta update something on your phone while you can't come.
Peace, family.
Peace, King.
Peace, Silent. What's good with you, bro?
I can't call it slow motion.
Right.
Look, I love the rebuttal going on. I kind of missed half of it. I was in the shower.
You always doing something, man.
I try to stay motivated and busy. However, to interject on half of what I did here and was kind of speaking on, the women and the men all alike need help. We all need help, and I feel we need to get back to where, you know, like they was back in those days, to where they stuck together. And I say they as in we, because it's not we're not them. You know what I mean? in regards to nothing that happened or however it's structured. We're not them. We got to find a way for us to restructure. We can't keep saying all our black men that are in prison. I'm looking at what 1, 2, 3. It's 5 of us on this call right now. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is to do 2, 3 children a week. You know what I'm saying? It's about wherever you're giving help at, you'll be able to supply it, but not like critique the others and not criticize them, because we all were once young. We all did a lot of things that wasn't worthy. A lot of us got away with some of it. A lot of us didn't. So when it come down to that, I think when we go to the youth, we go to them with, it's not a leadership quality. We kind of go to them with what they're doing wrong opposed to what they can do right all the time. And I'm not saying go to them today, you tell them what they could be doing right, and then 2, 3 days later, damn, man, every time I see you out here on the corner, you out here, you still, instead of bringing up that negative intake, like we can just continue to be positive and put forth the effort. And I say that because a lot of effort don't last long. You know what I mean? A lot of us, that's just like when somebody lose a loved one. We over there real hard for about 2, 3 weeks. Yep. After that, we done. You know, it's over with. And so, I mean, yeah, I mean, man, everybody got a lot to say. And like I say, I kind of chimed in on it a little late relative to it. But, and I've been saying this for a couple of years, while I know a good 8 to 9, whatever it is with anybody ready, whatever they trying to do, man, I stay ready to motivate the youngsters. And this is for the ones who feel like the women need some kind of form of education, then okay, well, reach out to some women to reach out to those women. But what we have to focus on is our black men. And I say that because we're losing them rapidly. So those women are there. You know what I mean? Like, they're there. They're losing guidance because of the male structure isn't there. That's why they accept, and nothing against nobody who's however they respect to be. But that's why the woman will respect that feminine man to be her friend and mate, opposed to going out with her man, because of the sense of security is lost. And with that being lost, like I say, we just got to be able to develop more structure with men, to do more things with men, so the woman can see that there is that strength in a man again. You know what I mean? This ain't, I guess we still going through butt breaking. You know what I mean? To see that we strong, but then we ain't as strong when we need to be. You know what I mean? So again,
yeah, we try to get
somebody else can get the mic. I ain't try to take over. I just wanted to speak.
I like all that.
You trying to dominate the whole energy, the silence first goes?
No, that not even it, man. I respect everything. I appreciate what I was able to say something because of what I was hearing. It was on point. You know what I'm saying? Everything was there. I didn't disagree with it. I just didn't all the way agree with it. For whoever I was kind of.
Monica, tell me. Go ahead, Simon. I'm listening.
No. But yeah, and yeah, and then like I guess like what she's saying right there, the black women are forced to lead, but I think they're more so settling with that leadership role because the man is leading in the wrong way. And I say that because we'll do whatever it takes to make our homeboy and the crew happy, and knowing our lady at home upset because she didn't want us to be gone but 2 hours, and we gone 5 tomorrow, fuck it, she's straight. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that, that's just applying it. And then, you know, we have to find, and that's what I mean by that structure. We don't have to be dominant to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like we really sit there, and I believe that when one says the male, what I'm trying to say, like when they say the feminine energy, whoever said that had to be the woman? That feminine energy can be masculine. You know what I mean? Just like what she was saying, the woman has to take control. That feminine energy could be the masculine energy. We do have and understand that we have a feminine side in our male ego.
Facts.
You know, so with that, I don't know, man. It takes a lot. I promise you, and I never try to come to feel like I got the answers, but I am a leader amongst leaders. You know what I'm saying? So I don't sit in the back of the room for nobody. You feel me? But at the same time, man, I'm ready for whatever we need to do. And I'm saying we are in a small city. We can start there, yes. But definitely though, you know, it's so much that need to get started, because if we all sit in a room and everybody, I ain't gonna say complain, but everybody gives a scenario of what they feel the driving focus is more important on, nobody will have the same two ideas. I mean, the ideas will not sit the same. Everybody will find something that needs to be fixed. However, what we're failing at is execution. We don't drive, like I said, we're not driving it with consistency. It doesn't last long.
Yeah, definitely. So we gonna make sure, me and Big Homie gonna make sure we stay consistent and execute what we set out to execute. Cause you're exactly right, Silent. Everybody got great plans. Everybody got great plans, but you know the plan it go off course with whatever. It's life, anything, you know. The plan is like it's just like running a play in football. You know what I'm saying? The plan is just like you said. People don't execute. Have a great plan, don't execute.
Look, now I want to interject on what Ahmad's saying right there, because that was something I did hear them say about as far as about the woman leading the boy. I hear that and I understand that concept, but I was raised by a single mother. So with that, I guess that's kind of trying to say that I can't be a man because of that. I respect the woman for their job and their duties. However, being led by a woman, to me, I think shows a lot more value in the strength of you being a man. Like by all means, because you understand this woman did this to me. She did this for me. She allowed me to understand who I am on the whole perspective that she's not. So that's where I get the concept of saying the woman can't raise a man, a boy to be a man, simply because she, and I say this respectively because I know it's a cliche, because I know you can, but a woman don't stand up to pee. You feel what I'm saying? So she can't tell you how to pee. If she's telling you you need to sit down every time you use the bathroom, okay, that's in that sense, you can't teach a woman, I mean a boy, to be a man, and I get all that. But when it comes down to keeping him to be a stronger individual and molded, and I say that because I learned what I didn't want my children to be, or like those are things that you learn with seeing that single mother and what she go through.
Junior said his
I agree, Ahmad.
And his sister.
That ain't Ahmed Junior. That's Silence.
No, I think he was responding to what Ahmed had said earlier.
Oh, okay.
But I see what you're saying, man. Though, but yeah. But a man does need to be there. I agree. However, the man is not always the leading cause of why the family isn't together.
Definitely not that.
No, we ain't saying that.
Nah, that's definitely not.
Nah, that's not. That's not. No, that's
No. I didn't say. I didn't say nobody said it, y'all. I'm sorry, but this is what I'm.
No, we say yeah. We know.
Yeah, you right.
Okay. But with that, I mean, I say, man, more than enough. I strongly agree. The men need to be in there, but how with the understanding of it takes a village to raise a child. Whether the father is there or not, there's a neighbor or two. It's a man 2-3 houses down that see that boy don't have a father. We got to be able to pick up that role effectively. Like we don't need to just keep looking at, damn, she running through niggas all the time. She doing this. We can't look at it like that if we're not trying to help. We can't help her. It's not her is what we're trying to help. But the child, the one that we're speaking on is get the child, because you're not going to control what a woman feels she's missing if the desire is for a man. So if the man is not fitting, she's going to find somebody that, is going to give her that happiness. But if we're talking about the child and maintaining the fatherless child, the one who doesn't have the father there on a consistent basis, we as men can apply that role and those roles while they're younger, instead of allowing them to be in the street to where now their father is the homeboy and they picking up all that they can pick up from the street, and now they don't want to listen to nobody that's coming in. Agreed. And that was coming from a single mother.
Yeah, I was agreeing with her.
Yeah, we was agreeing with what she said.
But
right,
it definitely on these steps, because you ever just look at how the child act mama as opposed to daddy. Let's say if you got a son, or let's say you got a son that lives with mama, he may do certain things around mama that he's not gonna do around daddy. So I think that alone is important to be involved.
That's the
How
point,
do you
G-Mo.
respond when the help is not on it from the village?
That's a good point, G-Mo. What you said about that, Silent?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. I said, how do you respond when the help is not wanted from the village? Now, with that, help me understand what help is not wanted from the village. Like when you say that, what is the village not helping do? Because I believe that we did lose a lot of, mama ain't got to get off at 6 o'clock, but my neighbor got off at 3. When I get home at 3:30, I ain't got to go nowhere or say nothing, but that neighbor know that if I got in trouble, I'm getting a whooping by the neighbor.
I'm with you on that.
So what exactly is the I guess I'll say.
One thing for sure, Silence, is that the village is gone.
That's the whole.
The village is gone now, cause you can't allow your children. You can't let your children go outside and play with everybody no more like it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Cause there's too much going on right now.
Yeah, the game done changed. So the village now, what the thing is, like I think what he's saying is that the village is no longer present. Now you might got you, Tidy, Trey,
right. I see what you're saying.
Y'all village, and y'all can see y'all children each other's house. But what about your neighbor though?
Right.
Like it's times now like where people don't even know who lives next door to them.
Absolutely.
We always knew who lived next door to us. So the game that really switched. What we trying to do is rebuild that village.
So Monica just said.
Monica said.
We gotta rebuild shit. We're all the village.
You right,
exactly.
You right.
The ones that care is basically the village. Yeah, the village is here now because what's going on. That's why what he's saying, you don't know who your next door neighbor is, because you're not trying to get the next door neighbor, because to get to know the next door neighbor, because you're looking over your shoulder.
And nowadays you got to be careful who you let your children go out with.
I second that.
And you know it's just different now. Silence. Well, when we was coming up, and you know our parents probably grew up, you know, doing the church thing.
What's up, Kim?
And you know, it was different back then. It was Felton Spencer was good. It was a real live.
Hey, you right about that, Ahmed.
Live that was like you can really get a whooping down the street, and they gonna come that they whoop you, and then your mom whoop you again. See,
absolutely.
Somebody try that with your son right now, you gonna find.
Hey,
because you don't know what the intentions was.
Right.
Of the person that being your son. Back then, it was love. Peace, Felton Spencer. Back then.
But listen.
But
quick
now,
question.
So basically, what
where do like what you saying that same? Where did we lose that at? Because I grew up in that era too. Where did we lose? What happened?
Got taken away from us.
And all those people were left.
Yeah, it got taken away from us. You got to think now, like we just said prior to this, like you don't know who lives next door to you no more. You understand? We don't know who the neighborhood. We don't know who stayed 3 houses down no more. Back then, when you stayed on the east side and y'all stayed on the next street over, y'all was at my house, my brother was at your house, and everybody knew where everybody was. You understand? Now, we don't got that no more. You can go across the street to Amendment House, you can go next door to Miss Mott house, but we always knew where we was at. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so what?
Now we don't know who lives nowhere near us no more.
That's a totally different topic we were gonna discuss.
Talk about Frazier, yeah, that is another one there now.
Man, y'all bringing out all the topics before the podcast. So what do a man do when a woman won't let him see his kids? You talk about been through that. The only thing you can do, and it sucks in the state of Georgia, is get your rights.
That's the main thing.
And it's open up a whole nother can of worms. The non-custodial parent. We don't have no rights to what's ours. I mean, we don't have no. What's ours? But that's the only thing you can do is get your rights. Now, do we agree with it? No, that's a different conversation for another episode. But we gonna touch on that one too. Like I said, we gonna ruffle some feathers.
And it's like, and with Junior Frazier, and it's like when you have that situation, like he said, non-custodial parents, that means you really don't have a lot of say so when it comes down to what's going on, instead of making those payments.
Yeah, no control of what's yours, actually.
Yeah, so the thing now is legitimizing your child and making sure you're present, man.
I don't even like that word.
Look, I'm gonna be ready for y'all. I'm gonna be ready for y'all to talk about that on the other podcast, cause most definitely it start with signing the birth certificate. But go ahead on now. That's for another one.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother topic right there. Junior's trying to start some trouble, man.
He is, for real. That's all he doing.
Just coming on here to let all the cats out of the bag.
Junior, send a request.
That's a question, Junior.
Let me see, can we pull Junior in here, man? There you go, right there. Let me see if we can pull Junior Frazier in here. Answer that phone, Junior Frazier. And don't come on here with that.
What's going on, man?
What's happening, man?
What's up?
Peace,
Yeah, man. I just had to ask that question. But, you know, I stay with all 4 of my kids. You know what I'm saying? But I just, you know, I got homeboys. I got homeboys that go through situations, you know what I'm saying, where they can't see their kids, where their baby mamas be tripping.
But yeah, that's you know, topic we gonna touch on. We gonna touch on child support. Stepfather.
We had a whole conversation.
Yeah.
About that.
We gonna have.
Yeah.
We gonna do it.
I'm ready. Let me know when y'all do it again, man. Whenever y'all do it again, man, I'm gonna pull up on y'all.
This really was just
introduction.
An introduction to tell y'all, because we were back and forth for so long, so we had to show our face.
Yeah.
We said we're gonna go live one time just to try to get it. You know what I mean? Make it.
And we definitely appreciate all the feedback, like comments.
Hey, but on another serious note, what can we do to start something for the youth? And I say that because, you know, I kind of put it on our Fusco brethren, but I was asked by a young lady about monitoring to mentor her children. She has boys. All right. And I know there's a lot of women out there who probably don't need as much as others, but I know there are some who can, you know, do for a little side assistance other than.
We're going to do, and if everybody's serious, inbox me. Ahmed, Junior, Devil. we all get together one day, come to a round table, get a plan, and I'm gonna use that word you said, silence. We gotta execute the plan. We can't start it and say,
and we need, and we also need, not to cut your wisdom, King, but we need the new Kings, Felton Spencer, and we need them Fusco boys, and we need, what other organization we had said? Did we say something?
You said, I know Kings and us, Fusco.
It's another one that's around here. But all these cats, like, we need to sit down and see what they got going on. I don't know if it's G13 classified or what, but we need to find out. It's guys that's out here that maybe because we're not in the group, but we still want to help, and we still got access to a that may be able to help situations out. I don't know well, I know about the Fusco board, but the King, it's another group that somebody been telling me.
All right, man, inbox me your number.
I got it now.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah. But it's another group that somebody was telling me about. Yeah, Kim, I already know what you was talking about.
Yeah.
But it's another group. But anyway, what we got to do is get all these groups together that say they advocate for our children, quote unquote. And we got to sit down with these people, and all of us got to come to we got to get this unity thing popping, man. If we don't get that, fight, it's still that same division that been going on. We trying to eliminate the division.
Yeah.
Because all of us now, well, prior to this situation right here, we was all soloists. But if we can become a choir, then maybe our voice will get heard better.
Strengthen numbers.
Yeah, we can't be no soloists out here, man.
Definitely strengthen numbers.
So, especially not in this situation, because a lot of people look up to Silence. A lot of people might look up to Trey. A lot of people might look up to Cody. And the people that's looking up to us is the ones that we got to grab.
All right, Miss Smith, they put something. Her son, father don't live. She definitely. You can inbox it as well if you interested.
Yeah, but we got to get something together. We got to sit down.
All right, Monica. Man. Yeah, definitely, I'm gonna tell y'all. It was 2 things happened. And I posted it on Facebook. But the first thing I saw pertaining to them kids, you know, our brother Devil, he was working out in his hood. And it was a dope thing to me. He was working out in his neighborhood. Like, he was doing push-ups, he had a dumbbell, he was doing his cardio. And the little kids from down the street came down the street and they started doing push-ups with him.
Working out with him.
So earlier we was talking about Go ahead.
And then Kim, we're gonna come get you after that.
So when we talk about these kids, see, you know, that's a positive side that we can, you know, transition into something else. Oh, she declined. That's a positive side, transition into something else. Help these kids. Then the other thing was, I knocked on my door, my wife and kids. It was a boy and a girl, and they did something from old school. Like, what do y'all have for us to do around your house for us to make money?
Oh yeah, you said
it was a brother. Now I posted, you know, I said shout out to the kids and the parents, and later on, the kids. People like, thank you so much, because my son, I be having trouble with him. He needs guidance, and I did. And I asked the brother. I said, you know, keep in touch with him.
Hey,
but that's.
Hey, to interject on what you just said. I wanna say this with positive intentions. Hear me. I mean it with all positivity. Okay. that same little boy went to jail. Right. So, yeah, and what I'm saying is that's the reason why, like you said, us checking up on them and all that, and that's kind of like what I was saying. That one day, it don't last long. We have to be consistent in a child's life, and simply for that, the mama already was letting you know that she was having problems. He was getting in trouble. But had we been a little more consistent, I'm not saying it would have changed what happened, but had we been more consistent, it would have had a little value to whatever he had going on. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody inboxed me right after that, and I'm gonna say this. It was like, yeah, it was like I'm glad you did that, cause so and so, he had. I was like, for real, like I'm out for another cat out there. I don't want to say the name of the lie, but he was
right.
Saying,
we can heal together.
Hopefully the young man got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
See what Ken. Ken, what you got?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
we hear you.
Oh, hey, how y'all doing?
How you
Peace, Queen.
Okay, well, I'm with it with the fellas. You know that some real life stories too. What I see inside these institutions with these young people.
Right.
A couple of them that done these life sentences, been locked up since the 80s inside now need to come in and holler at some of them and let them know the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
But these females, these little young ladies, they definitely need some mentors. Because they looking at what they see on BT and YouTube
Absolutely.
and Facebook, and they going left. They ain't even thinking about having morals. You know what I'm saying? So we got to catch them too.
Absolutely.
So just let us know when y'all ready. You know I don't live there, but you put it together, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it.
Something.
Say it again.
I said, we're on here virtually or something.
Oh yeah, I really feel like just seeing some of those people, like one of the guys came to Eastside Day that had did 28 years. And I really wish he had got on that microphone and talked to the young people. So it's stuff like that we really need to use as, some stepping stones to get to these young people, to let them know it's real. Your family out here struggling. You ain't gonna have no money in there. If your family ain't got it, they're robbing and different stuff. They need to see it from both sides. You got your freedom, keep your freedom.
Every inch of our love to.
I can't hear y'all. Let me see.
Y'all went out. You can't hear. You ain't hear nothing you said, Sam.
Can't hear.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Ken, you might got some background noise.
You get inside?
Yeah, I hear. He had went out for a quick second, but I hear you now.
He back in? Okay.
I had told a young cat one time that ended up going to prison that I said, you already ain't got nothing going on. All this madness, and you end up catching this time and going to prison. Your mama ain't have money before you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Expect for her to take care of you while you in prison. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I had told that to him, and he been down for a minute, but he reached out to me and he said, "OG, you that man." And I see now I should have listened to you, but I'm doing it, bro. I'm in there. But what's going on, Apostle Smith? I see you in, but him, we've been talking about this for a long time, and I really want to talk to you about next day with the first group. I had discussed something with them that I want to talk to you about, and I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
And give you the rundown on what I had came up with, and
what you think? What y'all think about doing something like a Valdosta Day and get all the sides together?
Hey, that'll be good.
Now that sounds lovely. I like the sound of that.
Get you can have your DJ and everything. We ain't got to give away no prizes. This is not about the prizes. This is about saving their lives. We can do it Valdosta Day.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
We can give them some school supplies.
Right.
and some haircuts and stuff like that. But the main thing is getting them together, getting them out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need some speakers. We need them, man. We need our ears. We need them to, soak up that knowledge, take in what we dish out. I think that'll be beautiful to bring everybody together. Cause like
look at your top people in each area that trying to do some positive things
right.
on their side of town, because as long as we got these sides divided like that, we still part of the problem.
The division.
Yeah.
I always say, Kim, and like I had told Junior and I think me and Dante was talking to somebody, but anyway, I said that the main thing about it, we do this Eastside Day one time a year, together throughout the year, come back to that hood and communicate with. And we've been having a lot of issues with political situation that we might not want to talk about right now, but we'll talk about it soon. But,
yeah, thanks.
We're having a lot of issues with that, as well as black men growing up. Like I told Trey Fusco that I need him, Silent, Toddy, AT, all the Fusco boys, and we need to start walking through the hood every day, young folk, and find out what can, what can, anything we do to try to help. Because I know there's some out there that want it. They just don't know about getting it.
Even if we could save one life.
Yeah, so.
That's still one life we save.
I've been telling you, and at least once a month. I know the new Kings now, they do a pickup trash like once a month. So we need to get back to, what I'm saying? Man, I don't know about what everybody else doing, but I feel like Monica was saying and everybody else saying, we sit down and come up with a plan to make like getting these children, back on, or whatever we can do, you know what I mean?
Right.
And say that we try. We don't want to never go that we try, you know what I mean?
And give them accountability partners. You know what I'm saying? Get a young man accountability partner. Have a conversation with the mamas. Have a mama and the daddies. Have a meeting with them before we even get the kids and let them know, listen, this is one of those village to raise the children type things. Don't intervene while we're trying to help you in a negative way. You got to put all that out there, because some of these parents, they don't want you to say nothing to their kids so they're the kids' friends. So we're going to have to break this down all the way down to the prison, the drug use, them getting killed. And look, mama, if you really saying you want to help, I need you to be on my side, not against me.
Right.
Because I always say, and we black leaders in the hood tell us all the things that we don't. Nobody giving us nothing to do. So if you can't take out that I'm doing, because I'm gonna continue with them already. If you ain't got nothing, you ain't got nothing else for me to, you know what I'm saying? You ain't offering nothing else to help me get out my situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We hear a lot of people always try to condemn what the boys in the hood doing. I was once one of the boys in the hood, so I used to hear the condemnation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
They the problem, but they don't have a solution.
Somebody got to come.
Right.
They always talking about that this is a problem, but there's no solution.
Yeah. Nobody tried to guide us. They just condemned us. So here we got to at least try to guide them, because look, they kicked us out of Orly West for all the things we did, but nobody never tried to show us the right things to do. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some guidance for these young people because they may not get the opportunities that we got and get out of there. Some of them might be stuck there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So if they stuck there for a minute, we gotta give them something.
Some hope. Somebody got to be given just a glimpse of it. Like,
yes.
Yeah. I don't know if Jim Rock and Tevin or any of them on this side, but when coming up and they was in high school and all that, we used to get them little incentives. They'll tell you about it. But one day I told them, and they was talking about cars and who got this and who got that. I said, I'm gonna show y'all where all them cars at that y'all talking about y'all want. And I took them jokers out there to Industrial Boulevard, and all them cars at Queen Carpet and TM Film. I said, these fixing up cars. I said, boy, they ain't fixing up no cars like that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas be working every day, you know what I'm saying? So, and they were like, dang, that's crazy. I never thought about that. And if they don't hear, if they'll hear about it, they'll tell you that we had that conversation. And one time they graduated, and Poo came to me after he graduated, and I used to always tell them, I said, y'all should give them this little quote. It'd be like, I said, you people sit around and got these big screen TVs. I said, you got to make sure you get your big library. I said, because if you got a lot, that TV gonna trick you, man. That TV blind, man. I said, but if you ain't doing no reading, you ain't thinking for yourself, then you always be a sheep, man. So you always gonna follow. You know, I always wolf out here, man. Everybody that know me, they know it, man. I did what I do, man. But what made me take a turn for the better when I started making them babies, man, and I knew that I wanted to be on this side, side of the dirt and on this side of the wall. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me make that turn. You feel me?
Thank you, Tanya. Tanya Bonner.
I'm definitely ready to push that reading again.
I still ain't got my books.
I got a book. Yeah.
Hey, man, we live. Don't do that. Don't do that. We live, brother.
I copy. I'm waiting on the next one. I'm gonna say that.
And I appreciate all the support, man.
You know, when we write it down and we make a plan, we can bring it to visual, right? We can make it happen. So we talking about all the things we need to do. We need to start putting it to work. Go ahead and get moving.
Kim, I know you have a lot of writing and stuff to do, but I need you to pick up that paper.
I knew you were gonna put it on me. I knew it. I knew it would come. Listen.
Anybody on this side that can help documenting these conversations and say.
Hey, look, I can't do it, Tim, not right now.
I know you got a lot on your plate, but I'm saying
I'm trying to dedicate more time. I am, because if we could do a not just about us today, but maybe do a monthly thing instead of making it one day for all areas of the city. Do it monthly. We could do something monthly.
Right. I agree with you, Rick, on that. Now you said a mouthful, man. We ain't trying to open that can of worms.
We
I totally agree with you, my guy. You already know that, man.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Anybody interested on the live, like you said, inbox me, Tidy Fuss, or Talented Tim Lassane. That's your name, right?
Yeah,
Timothy Lassane. Talented Timothy.
My mama called me Timothy.
Timothy Lassane. Put this plan in motion.
Yeah, we need somebody that can document these conversations. We don't say it. I need somebody to hold our foot to the fire. That's
Monica, you could document, Monica?
Well, yeah, ask Monica if she's interested in documenting that. We need somebody to hold our foot to the fire, man.
What she said, make sure the mentors keep it strictly business. Don't try to mentor and holler at the mama.
I'm married.
Nah, I'm married
I'm
too.
happily married.
I'm married too.
Yeah, so I'm happily married, and I ain't trying to do none of that, but we're gonna keep it real business.
Definitely.
Yeah. And if anybody encounters some situations coming stemming from this situation, please inbox me or Toddy, and we will and Silence and all of my guys, and we'll make sure we got things addressed that. We ain't came in here for that. You feel me? We ain't pissing no woo on the job.
She say not talking about y'all.
I see. Okay. We talking about you though. Are you interested in helping us in some of these conversations? Well, not the conversation, but the points.
She say she'll document. Okay.
We appreciate that, Queen.
Appreciate you, Monica.
Well, I love y'all. Y'all keep me posted. Y'all gotta let me know in advance when the meeting on. I got tagged this time, but let me know.
Yeah. We it was just a pop-up thing. We wasn't really
So
like
do you?
Our intro.
Yeah, this was our
from
introduction.
posts we had been doing for what? A couple of months?
Yeah, about 2.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm saying, and like I'm with her. What day are y'all gonna do it again? Are y'all gonna do it once a week? I know y'all done put something together. Y'all ain't just come on here just to see if your phone work. Now, come on, talk to me.
We got all that in the wraps, man. We gonna post it before we gonna post it like days before we do it. Cause life happens, and we don't want to be we don't want to be lying to the people, and man, we trying to hold ourselves accountable.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
So we'll post it and tag everybody in there that's on this live and want to be a part of the situation that we got.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate you. That she needed info.
All right, Tim, keep me posted, okay, y'all?
All right, Kim.
Thank you so much.
All right, Kim. Be great. Peace, Queen.
All right.
We ask you too, Tanya Bonner. Don't exclude yourself. We need all the help we can get. We need all the help we can get, man. I saw the pastor come on here, man. I wonder if he must be gone.
You did? I ain't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Hey,
y'all, I'm finna be gone too. My charge at 5%. What you finna say?
I was gonna say something to Rick. I see him on here. If you wanna go on the live, just let me know and I'll bring him in. All right, Silence. We've been waiting on the trade.
All right. Hey, y'all be great, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, bro.
We're gonna do the
Love y'all.
We gonna link.
All love, man.
Absolutely.
I wanna get some inside on these side.
I already know what you do, brother. You already know that, man.
I would say inbox. Definitely. Yeah. Inbox you. We've been on here for what?
How long we been on here?
A long time. It was a great turnout. Better than what I expected. This is our first time. More to come.
Rick. I'm finna bring you in, man. I want to see what you're talking about, man. Real quick, like, man. Finna bring Rick in, man, and see what he want to add on to the bill, man. Man, listen, man, it's free game, man.
Already.
Yo, what's up, my boy?
Hey, Peace, Rick, what's good with you, bro?
Hey, brother, just chilling, man. Just enjoying the talk, man.
Hey, I already knew where you were going.
Hey, what's up, my boy?
What's going on?
Hey, I already knew where you were going when I saw that name pop. I said, man, Rick finna take off, man. Hey, we got a segment just for that, so make sure you stick around and we gonna make sure that you be the #1 candidate when we jump off that bridge right there, man. We don't want to run the people off so early, man. We got to let them mayonnaise for a minute. You feel me?
I'm with it, man. I'm 100 on that, bro.
Yeah, man. So, and you keep on dropping yours too. He be tagging you on everything.
Nah, I don't think so.
Toddy got to send you a friend request, but he be dropping them too. He be dropping them.
Yeah. Send me a friend request, Todd.
Yeah, he be dropping them too.
Oh, definitely. As soon as we get out this online, I'm gonna send a friend request.
All right.
Hey, man, appreciate you for coming through, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime, brother. You know I'm willing to offer my services, man. You know, any way I can help.
I already know it, man. We appreciate you, man. I really do, man. You know that coming from the bottom of my heart.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. All right, Rick, we'll get with you.
All right. Peace.
Anybody else want to chime in on it live before we get off of here, man? Send us a request or something, man. If not, we finna bounce. Octavius Oliver, what's going on, man?
What he said? I ain't read it. You read it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that what you talking about.
Yeah, you finna take off on that one. Anybody want to say something?
She employee of mine.
Oh, okay. And then
But anyway, we're gonna get off here. We appreciate everybody who came on this live, everybody feedback, everybody with the movement. Like I said, if you're interested, inbox myself or Talented Timothy the same. We gonna keep this thing going.
first go south.
Right. All right.
Man, listen, free game.
Man, listen, peace and blessings.
Monica and Tanya, make sure y'all inbox us, cause y'all have just been nominated to handle that business, and we sure do appreciate you, Monica. I saw you tagging a lot of people in the conversation, and I guess everybody went with it. What's up, Shamanti?
Hey, Shamanti.
We don't be knowing, we just be doing
Y'all
it.
gotta let us know what day and time. But that's why we before we went live, we said stay tuned. This was our first. So when we decided next time we gonna do it, we'll get everybody a heads up so y'all can free up y'all schedules and tune in. So we'll probably let you know like a couple of days in advance.
Right.
I get with my brother about his schedule. He get with me about my schedule, what I got going on. But we definitely gonna keep going. This the shirts.
Y'all see it, man.
Y'all want some shirts, inbox for shirts. Man, listen, it's free game.